Oh, yeah. Right. One moment. Okay. So, brand new day, and it is absolutely miserable outside. Absolutely. Starting down the rain, and there's even more rain coming. So, yes. Good afternoon. Yeah, just a little bit late. I've been watching and learning, and as the title of this is about AI, because it's the buzzword right at this moment. So who have we got? We got so-called Geordie. We have John O'Hare. It's afternoon, John. Uh, what's the limp about? Well, I have my hips are like that. Yeah, they're not straight. They never have been. Um, damage to spine and hips through scoliosis, and that's what it's all about. And need a new left knee. And so there we go. Um, and we have somebody new, Vivian Tiller. Good afternoon. Right. So the AI revolution, artificial intelligence. Lots of people are chucking lots of money at this, and it is going pop here, pop there, everywhere. It's crazy to see, but it is happening. Now, um, what I'm looking at is I sent an email, what was it? Yeah, 40, 45, 50 minutes ago to those in power. And it was, I have a letter uh, waiting for me to pick up. And that letter's going to cost me, well, as I've just been chatting to my neighbour, he said that it'll get sorted out and you will get the letter quite soon. Nothing worse than having your hip put out. Well, it's not the hips put out. I have, it's like, how would I say this? As I walk, I'm like, do, sort of thing like that. And this issue with the left knee, um, that's what, maybe a year old. And Circle Nottingham would be go in, speak to somebody at the hospital, they do their tests, and then go in for pre-op or whatever they call it these days. They used to call it pre-op, but I don't know what they do these days. And then basically go into the knife and have it taken out. and then replaced with, I believe, plastic. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I've heard. And then I can put the stick to one side and walk as normal. Right, what we got? So, what's for dinner? Sausage tonight. 3 Cumbernauld sausages with chips and some gravy and some peas. So yes, any news? I'm glad you asked, John. There's somebody who is nailed to things and listening. So, as John was saying, 32k solar wind, NFTs, cryptocurrencies, they're all on WX network, the whole shebang. And let's just talk about that. Okay. People have the misconception, and they have the misconception that, because I did a long video yesterday. Well, it wasn't me that was doing it. I was watching somebody else do. The video length was 2 hours and 29 minutes. And boy, was it interesting. Now, as John was saying there, 32k TV. Now, there's lots of things related to that which are for September, October of this year, because the first things out the door is both of the apps. After the apps is a a short video which is 10 minutes, where you're going to see bits and pieces related to Barrack Road, Lisa's Terrace, Strawberry Place, and Lisa's Park. So it's all round that area. Now, we all know what's smack bang in the middle. Or you should do. I hope you do, because that is our football club, Newcastle United, who lots of things were happening last night, including fellow YouTuber Matty Renton, Adam Pearson, Paul Ditchburn of the Toon Review, Rubenstein. Everybody was on it yesterday. Is Hugo Ekiteke, I hope I pronounced that right, is he coming or not? Nobody knows. That's the honest answer. Unless some of you do. What we got here? Good afternoon, Bert. You make me... How many businesses have signed up for the app so far? Well, the running of the apps is AI. That's in charge until we get real people sitting at a desk. So, yeah, AI is in charge at this moment in time. And I made it sure that AI also is permanent. Now, you may be wondering, Why is AI permanent? Dead simple. A person comes in to be employed. They're sitting at a desk with a computer, and somebody pops in and says, we need this sorting out. And then maybe 5 minutes later, while they're sorting out what that person has asked them, somebody else pops in and says, oh, this needs to be done as well. So what they can do is they can instruct the agent, I need this, I need this, I need this. And that's what the agent does. Boosh. So yeah. Now, thoughts on... Oh, hey, do you know what? But I was watching that, right? And I was thinking to myself, he's walking onto the pitch in America. And he's got the FIFA president next to him. He has the bizarre stuff. Very bizarre. So he walks onto the pitch. Chelsea have won. They outclassed PSG all the way through. Totally. Just goes to show you, doesn't it? That how a team from London can go all the way through and make 100 million in the process. But getting back to Trump, yeah, he walks on, turns around, and he does his fist pump, yeah. Then it was so controversial what actually happened. And he wanted to be there. He wanted to be part of it. And Reece James, I'm sure it was Reece James, who's got it in his hand, ready to do what we did with the cup on the town war. Like, hey, where's the cup? Yeah. And he's looking and he's like, are you still here? Do you know what I mean? And it took that guy who's the president of FIFA to like snake his way through on stage and go, yeah, well, let's move you away from this so that the team can celebrate. Absolute bonkers and madness, but it is what it is. Sinclair is going to sponsor a non-league team, Paul. He must be coining them. Well, I don't know about that one, so-called Geordie, but Paul Ditchburn and the Toon Review are sponsoring somebody. It's either a lady footballer or to the team. I'm not sure which, but it was on YouTube yesterday. And so I did see that. There's a picture. Do you still use LinkedIn? No, I am barred because I posted an article from an American, which really is bizarre because LinkedIn is American. So I'm barred. That's what it is. I mean, I could use company email and join that way. I could. But do I need to? No. Hey, Michael. What else we got? Just like this live stream, Mr. J, hopefully this gets the ball rolling. Thoughts on a takeaway option for dinner? Georgina Gibson, she's a lady footballer. Okay. Maybe write to those in charge of LinkedIn. I don't care. I really don't care. And the reason why I don't care is this. The article wasn't really anything massive or substantial. It was from a lady, American lady, and they decided, ban. So it is what it is. Right. Well, no. Not building a new LinkedIn. No. What I am trying to do, though, is I've got targets. And if I hit the gigantic big target, then anything is possible. You're running an illegal site. You need to prepare for FDI requests that are bouncing. Oh, it's called, yeah, someone's named themselves after Benji the horse, right? Now, let me just throw some light on the subject. Now, do you see Pat and Richard standing behind us? Do you see them? You got to take the cloak off invisibility so people can see you. Now, both of the sites, both of them, yeah, both of those sites are in their infancy. And the fact that, something's being bounced back. Somebody mentioned, what kind of information and data? Yeah? Remember that bit? What do you get when you sign up to anything? What do you get? You get your email, you get your address. Yeah? That's what you get. Then, you put in you fill your profile in. What do you get with that? What do you get when you fill your profile in? The address where you live. That's it. That's what you get. You have to input information, which is, lots of people are turning around and saying, right, you're not doing this properly, you're not doing that properly, you're not doing the other. Yeah? It's learning. Adult learning. And when people turned around and says, he's gone bald. Yeah? Well, look. Yeah? It's a bit silver, but not going bald. So it's a misconception. And for people to get irate and stuff like that over tedious little things, making a big deal from something that has bounced. Yeah? Was it money? Was it? Did you do a transaction? No. It's information. Email, where you live, and hobbies, interests, school, or education. So it's not life-threatening or, anything like that. So chill, man. You know? Last week, I was sitting here with one open, doing hour after hour after hour after so many hours, I lost count. And then it was a case of, right, I'm going to take a break. See you tomorrow. And then went on to the other to do exactly the same thing. And people turn around and say, oh, you're just sitting down. Years and years ago, people used to turn around and say to us when I drove for a bus company, oh, you do is sit on your backside all day and drive a bus. Yeah. But everybody I took on that bus years and years ago got where they wanted to be, got off the bus, thanked us, and then come home time, they did the exact same thing again. You know what I mean? It's like totally bonkers, man. You are then the information holder. Yes, but I am in the infancy of something. Yeah? We all know that Supabase do the SQL and the database. We're not connected yet. So what's being stored is tiny. If there was, over 100 million people sign-ups, you'd have a valid point. I would have to turn around and say to at 100 million to other people, oi, pull your finger out. I'm getting grief. So pull your finger out. But it's me, you know? Oh, I did see something and it absolutely had me in hysterics last night. Wasn't long, 10 seconds worth, but it had me in absolute hysterics. Now, is there any news today on Newcastle United? Anything? Benji saying, this is serious. This is serious. Well, actually, it's not. Unless you have something on your profile. That you shouldn't. Because your information, where you are in the world, and your contact details, yeah, that is stored. And the encryption is large. Stop making jokes and get a lawyer. Well, I would get a lawyer if I was American. However, I was born in Newcastle upon Tyne and we call them solicitors. Really, I mean, honestly. Right. Okay. I'm breaking this, I'm breaking that, I'm breaking the other. I'm trying to build the future. Chill. Okay? Chill. Now, what I'm going to say to you is this. This is a big journey. And a very big journey takes a lot of dedication. Okay? So, chill. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll send an email and I'll ask an expert, a real bona fide expert, proper. Because you see, currently, yeah, I have an account with Financial Conduct Authority, which is linked to Prudential. I also am known at a place called Company's House because obviously I tried to do something some time ago and they know who I am. Yeah. Now I'll contact this expert today and he'll get back to us either later today or tomorrow and put my mind at ease because they are the expert. Unlike, everybody who's like saying in chat to me, oh, it's illegal, it's illegal, it's illegal. Oh, yeah, man, whoa. Chill. Okay? Chill. We haven't hit the big targets yet. We are just there. So just chill. Let things happen and move forward. One moment. Hello. Sam, I'm all right. Okay. Okay. Man, that was a long call. Right. Yes, I'm alive, so-called Geordie. Had to take the call. Very important. London calling, as the song goes. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Somebody in London, in the capital. And that's why it had to be taken. And information. Everybody wants information. Was it regarding the investigation? What investigation? What investigation? You see, right, there's a lot of misnomers, and I'm trying to do things legit. And how can I track down subscribers? I mean, come on. I'm just a Geordie, using IP address. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Some things are available and some things are not. Who are we going after? Nobody. Because I have bigger things to do, including WX Network. After two things pop up, the .org and the .co.uk. So yeah. Now, is there any information related to signings? Anybody know? What are my life goals? Can't tell you that one. Because I can't say anything on that one. Hugo's imminent. Get in. Finally. Aren't you going to apologise for your subscribers who watch an empty chat for the past 40 minutes? It was a very important call from London. That's as much as I'm going to tell you. Lee Raider has an exclusive coming up later. Lee Raider of the Chronicle. Same person. I once saw Lee Raider with his top off, necking cans of Foster's outside Central Station after the takeover. Well, everybody was doing that, weren't they? We're linked with a new woman CEO called Bonnie. She was at, the Manchester United lady. Yeah, got you. Interesting. See. Jeremy is saying, would have been an easy sorry. I can't help it when people from London ring. They ring, I pick up. So take it how it is. Maybe you can interview her. Probably. Have you ever apologized in your life? Ooh, lots of times, yeah. We all make mistakes, man. No one's perfect, not even you. So, yeah, I apologize when I do things wrong. I'm the first person to turn around and say, sorry. So yeah. Thoughts on what? On Astrid. Who is that? So why can't you do it now? Just a sorry. Did I look, I've just came back in from a phone call. Yeah. The phone call was with London. And didn't realize it was going to be wait so long. So my apologies. And I'll tell you this. I'm going to be straight with you. If I apologize, I do it once. I never do it twice. Once. Who's London? Yeah. What's your favourite pub? Damn, that's a hard question. That's a very hard question. As I said, I only say it once. Take it or leave it. Anyway, we haven't seen any coding or learning. Well, we're not at September yet. True. We're not in September yet. You promised your brother you'd finish the course. Yeah, I did. There's a little problem. Do you know what the problem is? Udemy might as well be based on Mars. They're an American company, but you can't call them. You can't email udemy.com because it doesn't exist. You have to Udemy at support. And the chances of them answering could take 6 months. So I can't do the tests. Can't do them because page is deactivated. Yeah. So I can't finish a course where I can't do the tests. And that sounds about as Irish as you like, but it is what it is. Thank you, Kanos. Thoughts on Donald Trump? He's an old man. And he's American. And, you know, he is the new president of the United States of America. I'm British. But thank you. London is anyone who lives in London and speaks to Paul. He has contacts. Oh yeah, I've got contacts in London, definitely. Well, look at it this way, right? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll speak to you all 7 p.m. because I need to go and do something. Thank you all for being here. And hopefully by the time 7 o'clock comes, we have players who like Hugo Ekiteke, the other kid from Italy, Scalvini, is it? And we move forward. But the one thing I'm very, very excited about is the 28th. I'm excited about that. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Can you dance for us? I used to dance on a friend's live. The song I used to dance to was one by a lady, American lady, who was in a supergroup. That song was, I don't know if you can remember it, but if you put, and she used to do that, if you put a ring on it, yeah, very famous lady. She's married to a very, very famous person. I used to do a dance to that, but can't do that no more because I made follower and hurt myself. Times move on, people move on. That's the way it is. So, thank you all for being here. And if it wasn't for that little disruption, these things happen, sadly. And I learned from when my brother rang and I went to cover the screen. I learned from that. So, yeah, thank you all for being here and see you 7 p.m. Hopefully, we have incoming players. Yes. Okay. Right. See you all 7 p.m. And please, on the way out, hit the like. See you all 7 p.m. or thereabouts.